What happens when more than 500 approved H-1B petitions suddenly come under the spotlight? Not because they have been proven fraudulent, but because investigators found something unusual at the companies behind them. And this is exactly what is happening in Dallas. The US Department of Labor's Office of the Inspector General have launched the on-ground checks as part of the nationwide investigation into the possible H-1B fraud and abuse. Inspector General Anthony P. Despacito traveled to Dallas this week as investigators visited locations connected to the companies linked to more than 500 approved H-1B petitions. But what investigations reportedly found raised the questions. At one multi-story building, several officers appeared inactive, some doors were locked, lights were off, and there was little visible evidence that businesses were operating. However, there's an important distinction there, by the way, and I would like to put it in front of you. The Labor Department has not said that these companies committed fraud, and it has not even declared that all 500 plus H-1B petitions are fraudulent. These checks are part of the ongoing investigation into whether some of the foreign workplaces and the petitions are on the reality on the ground. The H-1B program allows the US companies to hire the foreign professionals, specialty occupations, and employers must follow the rule wages, the working conditions, and the job being offered. But when the investigations suspect the paperwork that may not match fully to the employment, the scrutiny can become much serious. Well, the Dallas operation follows a broader anti-fraud initiative announced by the Labor Department's Inspector General in July, and the effort involves greater cooperation between the federal agencies and the White House Task Force to eliminate fraud. But make no mistakes, this signal is a tough phase of H-1B enforcement and the Indian professionals who make up around 10 major H-1B workers. And the development is especially important. It does not mean that every Indian worker or every employer is under investigation. But the bigger question is what investigators discover next. The companies that are found have been misusing the system, or maybe the enforcement that could come under the legitimate scrutiny. If the businesses are legitimate, the investigation could still highlight how aggressively the federal authorities are now checking the H-1B systems. But for now, more than 500 approved petitions are in focus in Dallas. And the message from Washington is clear. The H-1B approval may open the door, but the federal scrutiny does not necessarily stop there.